Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Joining us now is a good friend of mine and a guy I work with on the road a lot, great comedian, Chris DiStefano. Chris, what's up, man?
What's up, dude? How are you, man?
Just help me out. Just help me out this Saturday night. This past Saturday, I did a gig. I went back to my old hometown and did a charity gig for like the Little League system or something, or like Project Graduation. And I was at the Elks in my hometown. That was fun, wasn't it, Chris?
That was a really fun gig. It was.
It's a free gig. So Chris did me a favor. I said, Chris, come on out, because he's a great comic and he can handle any situation. He's with me on the road all the time. So I said, you got to do a free gig for me. So he said, all right. So he drove out to Union, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And you met some of the old gang.
Some of the old gang. This guy, the one joke from 1978, calling you Artie Lange.
I swear to God.
I was like, shut up already with this joke.
I'm not kidding. This kid Howie, who you know, I don't know. Like when you go back to an Elks Club, all right? When you go back to your local Elks Club, you look. This would have been, if I didn't get lucky, somehow get lucky, and insane luck has to do with my situation. Like insane luck. And somehow get out of my hometown. I'd be at the Elks. I'd be at that Elks Club shooting pool, gambling on, and this guy, Howie, would still be in my life. And ever since I was a little kid, he's a couple years older than me, he would always go, hey, Artie, since Caddyshack came out, since 1980, when Rodney Dangerfield calls that guy Wang, hey, Wang, it's a parking lot. You know that part? Yeah. He's been calling me, hey, Artie Wang, hey, Artie Wang. I'm talking since the 7th grade. Yeah. So now, okay, I mean, literally, the last time I saw the kid, I'm going to say was 1987. That's the last time I saw the kid. And he was going, in 1987, the last thing he probably said to me, he goes, Artie Wang, where are you going? I'm like, I don't know where I was going. I was going to the bus or something.
It was crazy. I mean, the guy, like, before you got there, he was like, you should open with that. Call him Artie Wang. That'll kill. I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Literally, I walk in, and this is the first kid in my face from 26 years ago. 26 years ago. The last time I saw him, I don't know, maybe I was going on the bus to go to New York to try to get out of Union. And I go back and I see him, Artie Wang! It was like, ah! And he laughed so hard at that. And he did it 7 times.
He wouldn't stop. It was the worst. I almost slapped him. I was like, will you shut up? He goes, you're going to open with Artie Wang? It's going to crush.
You should open with that.
For the 18 people. No, that place was packed, man. You ripped it. That was great.
You did a good job, Toby.
Thanks, man.
You did the thing of like messing with the people in the crowd, which is, they love that.
Yeah, you have. I feel like with those gigs, you have to.
Yeah,
you know, nobody was. I got out. There's no music. You know, like all the lights are on. Everyone's getting drinks. Nobody's listening. So I had to do something.
There was nothing. It was.
I was like
going on stage dry.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was literally like, that's why I needed Chris there, because you need someone to take that initial hit and get the crowd going, and that's what he did. But I saw Chris about a year ago at Caroline's, and I said to myself, all this kid needs is some road gigs with me. He's a great comic, but you need to learn, you need to get your chops going.
Absolutely.
And that's what it does. So you're getting better and better at it. You're great at it. But we were talking. This is one of the main reasons I wanted to have you back. But you'll be back a lot. You'll be a regular on the show. But we were talking outside the Comedy Cellar this past summer when this story came out. I don't know if you saw it. Can we talk about all the people you were in high school class with, in like homeroom or something?
My homeroom was unbelievable. So
okay, so I'll tell real quick. There's a story in the news now. There's this cop who is a cannibal, supposedly. And he had all these emails where he emailed groups that are cannibals, and he tried to recruit people. He wanted to kidnap all of his friends.
There are cannibal email
chat
rooms and groups?
Exactly.
Really?
In a chat room, and he wanted to eat his wife. He wanted to have his wife kidnapped and eat her and drain her blood, and he wanted to kidnap all his friends and cut off their head and use it as a centerpiece.
This is a policeman?
A cop.
Don't they police this sort of thing online?
Well, somehow we got found out, and they, of course, they can get these emails and texts whenever you send them. The FBI got a hold of it, and it all came out. He never actually ate anybody, but he was trying to eat people. And he was soliciting people to kidnap his wife so he could eat her. And he wanted to slit her throat and then drain the blood from her in the bathtub and then eat her. So now, Chris,
of course,
this was in the papers in the summer. It's back in the papers because now it's finally in court. But outside the Comedy Cellar, Chris says, I went to high school with that guy.
He was in my homeroom.
No.
Not only did I go to high school with him, Christian marriage. We had to take a class Christian marriage. Went to an all-boy Catholic high school. Well, you have to babysit an egg. You get an egg, and it's supposed to be your
I
baby.
did the same thing.
And you do it for a month or two.
Right.
And, you know, we're old boy Catholic high school, so it had to be 2 guys. He was my partner, and I swear
You're
to God,
kidding me.
I'm not trying to be funny. I swear, every time we had that egg, like, we should just break it. We
And
should
eat it.
crack the egg and fry it and eat it.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Like my wife.
You know, okay. At the Elks Club the other night, a chick showed up from my high school, Lisa Killian, stunningly beautiful, one of the hottest chicks in our high school. But she was my partner.
Okay.
In the egg thing for health. So so my partner we were actually reminisced about it after you left.
Yeah.
I said, oh, Lisa, I introduced her to my girlfriend and said, this was in health class. We were married. We had to take care of an egg.
Yeah.
So this guy, the cannibal, was your egg partner.
He was my egg partner, I swear. And, you know.
And he wanted to crack I cracked the egg by mistake.
That's all he would ever talk about us. We should just crack it. And I was like, yeah, but if we crack it, you know, he was like, it'll be funny. I'm like, you know, we can just get another egg. I'm like, Gil, but if we crack the egg, we're going to fail the class.
Gil.
His name is Gilberto Val. He's in Italian
Gilberto Val,
from Queens. I'm telling you, this was my homeroom. Gilberto Val, cannibal cop, to my left. To my right, Mike Baxter, starting left fielder for the New York Mets.
Wow.
Yeah, in front of me, Sunyata Gaines, played for the Utah Jazz. Then there was this other kid.
This is Archbishop Malloy, by the way.
Yeah.
Archbishop Malloy is a legendary basketball.
Yeah.
Chris was a great basketball player. So you had a guy, a starting Met.
Starting Met.
You had the Cannibal Cop, a starting guy in the Utah Jazz.
Then this kid, Will Rosinski, who was Team USA boxing.
Okay.
I think he won like a gold medalist. I mean, he's
and
like
another
boxer.
real interesting guy. Can you say what the guy did?
Which one?
The SEAL, the Navy SEAL?
Oh, yeah, the Navy. There was a kid, a Navy SEAL, who he was one of the 6 apparently that
killed Bin Laden.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Wow.
That's what they say.
On, man.
This is my and me, and I was on it. You know, opener for Artie Lange at the Elks Club. Catch me every week at the Elks Club with Artie Lange.
Hey, you're on your way up, man. You're a comic. You'll be all right. I didn't know a Met guy and a Jazz guy were there too.
Yeah, man. It was a really crazy high school.
No offense to the Mets and the Jazz, but or you or the Navy SEAL. Unfortunately, think of how awful this country is. The most famous guy is the Cannibal Cop right now.
That's it. He's killed. I'd love to have his career. His Twitter following is through the roof right now.
When's the last time you talked to him?
The last time I talked to Cannibal Cop was probably, I would say we were 18 years old, high school. He was one of those kids.
And how old are you now? You're 27?
I'm 28.
Yeah, okay.
He was one of those kids that...
Just a real go-getter.
He
knew he was going to succeed.
Yeah, he could taste it. He never talked, like, it was one of those kids, like, when he was on the front page of the paper, we're all like, what? Nobody knew when the last time we saw him was, because he just skated through high school.
A weirdo, yeah.
Weirdo kid. Not even a weirdo. He was just quiet, you know?
Right.
He was on the baseball team, but he kind of just sat on the bench and, like, played with his glove. And, you know, we had Christian marriage, and he would barely talk other than wanted to crack the egg. And in all the other classes, he was just, like, kind of there. You know, he was weird at the prom.
Right.
Like,
have you been? Who did he take to the prom?
I don't have no. Some like his girl. His date to the prom was like 6'6". I swear to you. That's the thing. Like we remember. It's like Gil. Who is this avatar that you showed up to?
Has she been seen since?
No, I don't know. Probably took a long time to eat.
It was a big meal.
Yeah.